Hey guys, I'm Andre, and I've got a Slurpee. Really don't understand. I haven't had one of these since October when I left Virginia, where I used to have them every day. This is a nice memory of home. Today is Music Monday, and it is the last on my series. When I say my series, all the Music Mondays up to date have been on my music career and how I got to this point. So starting next week will be a new topic or subject or a new, what's the word I'm looking for? A new a way of doing Music Monday starting next week. Hope you tune in and see what it's about. Now, first, before I start, let me apologize about the lighting situation. As I'm here in my new digs in California on the West Coast, it's only 1:30 a.m. here. Figured out the whole lighting situation yet, and it is a little dark. I only have this small little light here keeping me illuminated. So, just bear with me for this episode. Thank you. Now, where we left off last week, I believe I was talking about my exit of Failing the Fallen / Victory Sleeper. Now, where that left me was a kind of a dark place. I actually proposed to myself that I wasn't going to play music anymore. I felt that I've been chasing it since I was 15 years old, and nothing was becoming of it at the age of 21. So I decided to call it quits and never look back. Who can really stay away from what they really care about doing and what really makes them happy? I find myself not being able to not make music, whether it be with someone else or by myself. And when I say by myself, I actually ended up starting the process of what is now slowly but surely becoming my first solo EP. I started writing music and on my own guitars, drums, bass, and all the vocals and melodies, and been coming up with pieces of songs very, very, very slowly. But I can't complain because some of the songs that are coming out are, to me, genius works. It came down to me realizing that I really didn't need a group of people to help me realize this dream where I can do it myself. I can finish an EP, release it, and then show it to people who I wanted to hear it, and maybe it will take me somewhere. Now, with that being said, it doesn't mean I didn't miss being in a band. Now, soon after that, with that being said, I ended up seeing fucking Facebook. I ended up on Facebook one day and I saw two of my friends, well, only one of them, I only knew one of them at the time. JD was looking for a guitar player for a project he was starting and he was recording with Taylor from Failing the Fallen. So immediately I kind of jumped right in because I knew JD as the guy who Victory Sleeper had tried out and I believe got, I'm not sure if he actually joined or not, to replace Jason when he left. So bottom line, that means I knew the guy had skill. So despite his age, not that that really ever mattered, I ended up getting in contact with him around Warped Tour VA Beach time last summer, and he asked me to send him some tracks that I put vocals on, so I did. And through that process, I also met Kyle, his best friend and fellow guitar player, in this project that he was writing. So eventually they asked me if I'd like to join, and of course, who am I to say no? Because Andre never says no to a music project. So I joined, and I believe the name that the three of us chose was Vices and Virtues, but we knew we were missing two players, a drummer and a bassist. And me being the ever resourceful person I am, I knew exactly who to call. Now, a little while before joining Vices and Virtues, I had been in a different band that I actually was joined over Craigslist after posting a post about looking for a post-hardcore band to play in. This is where I met the lovely, lovely Sean Williams. Now, to date, Sean is actually one of my closest friends. He is one of the funniest guys I've ever met, and he's incredibly similar to me. At the time, Dreams and Visions wasn't really going anywhere. Every member of the group had either a different style of play or a very different schedule where not all of us could meet on selected days for practice very often, and it sucked because I really wanted it to push to become something because I knew everyone in the group wanted this. But as fate would have it, it didn't work out. So with that crumbling, it doesn't mean I wasn't going to be a phoenix that didn't rise from the flames. Sean was in Germany at the time that I joined Vices and Virtues, and I pretty much just volunteered and made him join. Just like this clip says.
Andre actually pretty much helped me against my will to join this band. I just walked in one day and just told me, he's like, "You're in this band." I was like, "All right."
You get the point. So for all we know, he kind of just came back and was in. There was really no tryout. They just took my word for it, which is great because Sean can back it up. Now, drummer-wise, there's only one drummer on the face of the planet that I would ever dream of working with in the touring musician standpoint is my brother, Francis Hudak, who you may know from his time with me and Failing the Fallen in Victory Sleeper. Now, I'm not exactly sure the details of why he exited Victory Sleeper after my departure, but I don't really ask for details. But all I know is that I wanted to work with him again. So after several days of convincing, I finally got Francis to trust me and do this project. JD and Kyle sent me a track, which didn't have a name. No, it did. It was called Untitled V-Balls. Thanks, Kyle. And I wrote lyrics to it, and that song became One Full Year. Now, like all the songs I write, that song became very personal to me because it was written about the year that I had gone through, hence the name One Full Year, and it just details the stress I went through, the people who were involved, and everything that I wanted to get out of my mind since my departure from Victory Sleeper was put into that song. And it became my first single, which was awesome. And when I say it was awesome, that means because I had this whole promotional plan, which went flawlessly, and made a lyric video for it. We got our promos done and released the Facebook page. It was pretty exciting at the time. Soon after, we find that Kyle realized he wanted to pursue a more professional lifestyle in a future career since him and JD are still at high school. So he realized he wanted to go to college, so he left the band. Sounds a bit familiar. Pretty sure it's a curse with me. But as I was falling apart, me and Sean were able to pull resources, and I got another member from Dreams and Visions to take his place, Kevin. Now, from my understanding, Kevin was in Friday Night Boys, and I'm guessing it was a founding member. I don't really know the story. I don't listen to Friday Night Boys. Sorry, Kev. But he took the spot. We got promos taken, released One Full Year, started trying to record the rest of the EP. Never happened. So that fell apart. All came back down to me again. Don't really understand the details. But to this day, I'm actually still friends with all of them, which is great because in the past, I haven't been able to do that. But now Francis is back in Visions, formerly Victory Sleeper. Sean is back in Behold the Deaths, which is awesome. JD and Kyle have no idea what they're doing. Actually, no. Kyle is doing a dubstep project. So I'm going to leave the Facebook page down there. Go check it out. And me, I am currently pursuing a career with the amazing band Old Manhattan, who have been trying to get a hold of, and or recently got a hold of their drummer, but I've been talking to for a little bit, and we'll see where that goes, I guess. Maybe I'm good, maybe I'm not. And when I say Old Manhattan, they might sound a little familiar because their old singer is now the new singer of Woe Is Me, hence Alligood. But we'll see. Alright guys, that concludes my history of Music Monday. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this and got a little insight of where I came from to how I am now to where I am now. Next week's going to be a whole new thing. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm not going to release any details on it until later in the week on the Facebook page and maybe on my Twitter, so pay attention to those. But until then, please subscribe. The buttons will be down here somewhere. Not sure where I'm going to put it yet. But remember, love sometimes, laugh often, you live forever. Good night, guys.